Yeah, we know who you are.
You know I hate whores and women, man. Women suck at everything compared to men. Literally everything. They bring nothing to the table besides beauty, and that shit is going fast. Don't give her anything. Never buy her shit. If she's dating you, she's admitting she's inferior. Am I wrong?
If you haven't heard of this guy, he is crazy, but he's been getting a lot of growth lately. To dive right into the deep end, I wanted to take a look at this podcast that he made with Fresh&Fit. Although it's painful to watch in full, it was even crazier than I expected. And I really feel like it showcases who Zherka is in an unfiltered way and the problems with the red pill mindset that people like him have today.
Realest fucking podcast. Everyone else would be too scared to have this guy on their fucking platform.
Zherka for president, bro.
Holy shit.
First, to introduce Zherka, he's a former bouncer that gained popularity on Twitch in 2019 as a funny, confident streamer who talks to his viewers about relationships, gender roles, self-improvement, and other stories from his life.
I'm Jon fucking Zherka. I've been doing red pill for years. Muslim refugee, converted to Christ. Yeah, that's my mission, is to make everyone a Christian. And while I do it, I fuck everyone's bitch so they go, oh shit, this shit's working for him.
Something that made Zherka so unique during these early years on Twitch was that he was one of the few MAGA streamers getting a lot of live viewership. However, unfortunately for Zherka, Twitch had very little patience or support for his antics.
When they banned me years ago, and this one, they sent me an email because I'm the only MAGA channel. They said 4-month ban, it was an accident. And they didn't give me the check mark for 3 years while I was the most famous guy on the platform, making 10 times the money. I was making 20,000 a month, more than partnered people who have different contracts.
Yeah.
They
What
banned
got you banned off Twitch exactly?
I'm the most permanently banned streamer and nobody even know. Oh, I called the bitch a whore.
So now Zherka is only on YouTube and Kick, but I'm curious how much longer he's even gonna be allowed on these platforms with the things that he's saying.
The guys that are soft and flamboyant and high-fiving people, all their whores were cheating. And your girl has to be afraid of you. I don't want to cancel you guys. If your girlfriend's not afraid of you, that's not your girlfriend. Afraid that she'll get fucking her life destroyed, like you'll start go on Twitter and go crazy. For some reason, if she just loves you and she's not afraid that you're capable of destroying her career, she fucks you over every time. I split it like this. Your girl's either going to be an ugly box-looking monster and pure, or a hot ex-whore. That's the only two options you have.
In case you didn't know, I want to explain what exactly it means to be red pill. So the term red pill originally comes from the movie The Matrix. The choice between the blue pill and the red pill represents a fundamental decision that the main character, Neo, has to make.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Taking the blue pill means you accept the illusions of a comfortable but false reality, pretty much a blissful ignorance. Or Neo can take the red pill.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
This Matrix terminology has been adopted a lot in online communities, especially within the manosphere. So what exactly is it that blue pillers don't see? Well, based on my research, red pill can be encapsulated into two harsh realities. First of all, that there exists a sexual market value. For men, this is determined based on their physical attractiveness, social status, and resources.
If you're approaching a bunch of girls and you're pretty much getting damn near violently rejected every single time, your sexual market value just simply isn't high enough. You need to go back to the drawing board, become more attractive, then come back and do it again.
Well, I say it's a trinity. Status, network, so underrated. This one, you could be a Chad with a lot of money and you could fail with women because you don't have Myron and Fresh and people who have whores around them. So status, network, and the last one would be like hygiene, taking care of yourself, lift weights and stuff.
This is what gives red pillers the most credit as doing good for the world and young men, because they emphasize developing yourself to increase your desirability. For women, however, this value is determined by a different set of factors.
Us three, we can marry a McDonald's worker that has nothing to her name. She's just cute, funny, maybe a little autistic, so she's like, doesn't cheat.
I think if it's reciprocated value where she's giving you value, she's your main chick.
What value can a woman give a man? Well, they bring nothing to the table besides beauty, and that shit is going fast. It's got a cool down time, you know?
But it's based on what they need, right? So for me in particular, right, I need assistance a lot of times, like behind the scenes with shit, dealing with the girls, blah, blah, blah. So for me, if a girl's able to do that, like make my life easier, then I'm cool with that. But it depends on the chick and the guy what he needs.
This ties into the second reality, being able to see through feminism. Red pillars believe in male authority and dominance, and that through generalizations about female behavior, women can actually be predictable. These generalizations include that most women will marry up in status, that women are more selective than men, and that women inherently pursue the most alpha males.
Look at someone like Myron, the real red pill. We hate women.
Bro, I don't hate women. No, we don't hate women, bro.
Only on Saturdays.
We understand women. Yeah.
A few moments later.
In general, male assistant is better. Men are better at doing jobs in general, better than women. And yeah, bro. I mean,
What's something women are better at?
They're not. Nothing.
Zero.
Maybe more social
Fuck
awareness.
yes.
Maybe
Zero.
I'll say this. I'll say
No, it is zero. Don't change it.
They got more social awareness, but who cares about that shit?
In case you didn't know, on the internet, red pill circles are actually huge. That's why there are so many grifters like Andrew Tate, Fresh&Fit, Sneeko, Just Pearly Things, and so many more. But I honestly have to say that Jon Zherka takes the cake as the most red pill person I have ever seen.
Like, even my girlfriend, you know, the first month she didn't even come with me. We were together every day. I don't care if you come or not. I really don't. Bro, I fuck models. I'm not going back. You think I'm going back?
You can't go back, bro. You can't.
You'll never go back.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? Everyone says that's degenerate. Get a pure mid bitch, as if that exists. Pure mid means 8 bodies.
What really gets me is how unaware Zherka is of himself.
I've only fucked like 7 girls. Had over 1,000 girls easily.
Because I got some friends.
To me, it's clear that Zherka is struggling to find what he wants because few people that actually respect themselves would be willing to take him seriously, especially not someone who values pureness. Because of this, Zherka has come to his own conclusions.
The only option, I love my passport, bros, Colombia, get a young 18-year-old, you know, maybe 17. I'm kidding. I don't. You have to check the laws there. But go to Colombia and get a pure, hot girl, and then tell her in US, women have to live in dog houses. Just lie to her, put her in the fucking doghouse, never let her go out. I did 1 year with my ex-girlfriend. She's an e-girl. And she was locked in a basement. She's like, because she knew, she's like, if I date Zherka, I'm never going out again. She's locked in a basement for a year. And she tried to cancel me and say that was abusive. In her basement, not mine, right?
Oh, well, who put her in the basement?
I did. What do you mean?
Put lotion in the basket.
I'm in Canada. She's in the US. She's in her own basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I said you can't go out. That's what I mean.
Oh, can't go to the bar and club.
Yeah. And
okay.
so where did I take her? Cancun, Vegas, LA, $80,000 trips. And I loved being inside of this bitch, right? Point of the story is, if your bitch is going to a club when you said no, do not negotiate with terrorists. Destroy her fucking life and fuck literally her best friend that same night.
Being an asshole works for Zherka because he's 6'5" and surrounded by women on podcasts looking for clout. The harsh realities that these guys can see is just that power dynamics exist. But Zherka and people like Fresh&Fit love to use this clout and the power that comes with it to take advantage of others. What's crazy to me though is how far they're willing to take this.
Well, the assistant has a crush on you, right? You fucked the assistant?
Well,
I'm not hiring a girl. I'm not fucking. What the fuck?
Yeah, no. Like,
Right? Bitch, you're a prostitute and I'm paying you. What the fuck?
Nah, it's like my main chicks, they'll be assistants is what I mean. But
Any attractive woman that's working with them, turn the other way and run. These crazy clips do show what makes Zherka so unique and likable. He takes things to 1,000% with total confidence. He's not afraid to call others out. Even on the podcast, he kept coming for Fresh.
I mean, to be a pastor in Calgary, Alberta. I'm supposed to be ex.
How the fuck? You went from God to pussy? What a fucking pivot.
Listen, man. We all changed.
And these things make him come off as an authentic and really funny guy.
Would you get your girlfriend presents? Like those guys who buy necklaces like Fresh?
This nigga, bro.
And lastly, he is actually successful at getting with women. So it's no wonder that he has a lot of fans that look up to him and want to learn from him. Unfortunately, man's got that 1920s mentality when it comes to women. But in some ways even worse, because he's very open about how he hates and manipulates women, but he spreads it behind a shield of comedy.
By the way, I'm playing a character. This is all comedy. Like, don't nuke their channel.
It's comedy.
Even when he's with women in person, comedy is his cover for being able to backpedal that he didn't mean something because it's all playing a character.
I think we agree on certain things, but the
No,
foundation.
I'll tell you why.
But,
You guys, I'll tell you why you guys don't jump in. It's so awkward every time I fuck a bitch and she watches these. Every time I come, she goes, "Let me guess. I saw on a podcast you don't want me here anymore." And I go, "Babe, I'm just playing a character." "No, bitch, leave! Bitch, if you see this, leave!"
Here's another example for something that he said that he ended up after the fact saying was a joke.
Oh, you never get angry. And maybe you guys agree with that. Yo, if you're a man, you're petty, you're angry. You know how petty I am? I'll be driving my girlfriend. She'll give me a good idea. I'll pretend I didn't hear it. 2 hours later, I'll bring it up like it's my idea. Let the bitch cry. That's how petty I am.
Well, this blurring of the line so you can't tell when he's exaggerating and when he actually believes something makes him all the more problematic. The unfortunate thing about manipulation and toxicity to get partners is that it can actually be effective. A lot of people have low self-esteem and they may be too young to understand how to deal with moments of pressure or disrespect. So they just let things go, thinking that things will change or that it'll get better. If this sounds familiar to you, if you let it continue as it is, nothing is going to get better. Also, toxic behavior can be perceived as more passionate or intense than other relationships. But long-term toxicity is not going to work out because it prevents you from forming a genuine connection and trust with your partner. And it can often make them feel controlled in a way that no person wants for themselves. To me, this seems to explain why all of these red pillars giving relationship advice haven't been in any relationship longer than a year themselves. I understand that as a man, that ape brain can make it hard, but growing and maturing is realizing that you don't have to see every woman as a potential partner, the same way that you can appreciate a family member like your mother or your sister. To be honest, Zherka sounds like a slut. Genuine question for Zherka. If your mom and your future wife and God can forgive you for your history of being a slut, why can't you forgive others? Most of these red pillars close off all relationships with women unless they're their own partner.
Every single night I go out with my buddies. Yo, my girlfriend don't like you, Zherka. None of the girls like. I'm like, why? They're like, you didn't look at them. You didn't talk to them. If I'm around your girlfriend or your whore, I don't even make eye contact when she's talking. I don't look at her. I will never do. If it's your buddy's girlfriend, you are not allowed to change his optics. That is fucking illegal, right? Yeah. If it's my buddy's wife, I look at the floor when she talks, right? When she asks me, I go, I'm a Muslim. I don't look at women. You know, I'll do anything to make sure that that's that level of respect because I want it for myself too, right?
Being friends with a girl, and I mean just friends, can be different and sometimes even better than a friendship with the boys. In today's society, most men, and I'm sure Zherka is one example, don't feel comfortable being emotionally open, especially with other men.
You're traumatized and depressed and have anxiety like a fucking loser, bro. How the fuck are you depressed, right? Just be happy. Now check this out.
Holding in your emotions makes just being happy a lot harder. Final message to Zherka and the people that resonate with what he says. I feel like you should look inward instead of focusing on women and try to imagine a life for yourself where getting with women isn't your goal. An addiction to hooking up with women can honestly be like an addiction to drugs, but I promise you, filling her void is not going to fill your void. I'm gonna leave it at that. If any of you red pillars want to talk to someone educated, hit my DMs on Instagram. I like to go live sometimes, so subscribe and hit that bell if you want to talk to me. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Vancouver.
Okay.
Have you been?
Yeah, never been, but yeah, West Coast.
Homosexual. Listen, I don't know anything about Preach. Abba's the homosexual.
What was it like meeting The Rock? Was he cool?
He's a homosexual, bro. Yeah, and your Terramana sucks, bro. It's gay. Like, Sneeko does this gay. I love Sneeko, but he does this stoic gay. And I realized, if you're a Christian and not angry, you're just gay. If red pill rage leaves your system, you're going gay.
Just forget about everything.